So this is my second time ever going to this place, but I'm at a place called Sweetgreen. There aren't that many locations outside of the city from what I've seen, but they are growing. The only location near me is in the Riverside Square Mall in Hackensack, New Jersey. I was watching Final Destination Bloodline. There will be a review on the second channel about that. If you want it in one word, well, not one, but several, it's what you think it is. But I'm here for the food today. So I got their new Korean barbecue steak because there was a couple people asking about it, and I actually wanted to try it myself. And I got my own build your own bowl. I got some chips that I didn't try last time. I think I got this last time and I thought it was delicious, so I got that again. And they also have these new air fried potatoes cooked in avocado oil because Sweetgreen is a bougie as hell restaurant. It comes with either pickled ketchup, you know I didn't get that, or this garlic aioli. So that's what's on the agenda today. If you have never heard of Sweetgreen, it is expensive as hell. I'm gonna give you the price points on this and try not to cringe. So this is their Korean barbecue steak bowl. You can see how loaded to the brim this is with food. The biggest thing on this one is that their Korean barbecue comes with like a kimchi and some cabbage, some pickled cabbage, and of course their Korean barbecue. They don't really give you much of it, but this is why we're here. And it comes with white rice, right? Yeah, this is 2 servings of white rice. I know this bowl doesn't look like there's a lot of food in it, but it's actually a pretty decent side bowl, and I'm just messing around. It also has this Korean barbecue glaze, which I'm sure has to go over the top of this because it's not on there at all. I'm glad I saw that. So I'm gonna throw this in here, and we're gonna go back in one more time so I can try this $17.75 bowl. No, that's not a misprint. $17.75. The first time I had this, I was angry at it. I'm gonna tell you why. It's $17.75. It is delicious though. And to me, everything seems a little fresher. One of the things I noticed on this, on my receipt, it says please consume by 7:55. Because everything's organic, and I guess they're saying it's gonna go bad. It does feel that way. The only thing for me is, as a person who likes to have like a double portion of things, like you're looking at like a $30 bowl at that point. If I ask for extra, it's a lot of money. And it ain't that damn good. You also get a piece of bread with it. They don't charge you extra. Very nice of them. I want to try this Korean barbecue glaze by itself. I have to say I do like this barbecue glaze. It is not overly sweet, but it's got a good balance. I'm sorry. I have to admit this food's good, but it has the taste of like garlic, ginger, a little bit of spice like you would get from gochujang. The bad thing is, after I eat this piece of steak right here, I'm pretty much out of steak. Like, no, there's one more piece. For $17.75, this thing better have a filet mignon on it. And these are their new ripple fries. Supposed to get it with a side of either pickle ketchup or the garlic aioli. No way I was picking pickles. I actually put this back in the air fryer before I started eating these. I got an air fryer in my studio. So they're brought back to life. Oop, oop. Got a little bit on my shirt. This is like, I think they charge you $5 for this, which is pretty much what they charge for fast food fries. I'd rather have those than fast. I make these, like when I do like low calorie recipes, they're real simple to make. But if you cut them thin enough, like this, there's just a little sea salt on there and some parsley, you know. They're not fancy, but when you add this garlic aioli, which there's mustard in here too. I think they use it as an emulsifier. Like some sort of Dijon mustard I'm getting. But if you never made these before, if you have a mandolin, it's easier. It's a little thing they use to slice potatoes especially, but you can slice vegetables with it as well. And if you just slice these real thin, and, you know, make sure you salt them up, dry them out a little bit, and put them in the air fryer for Depends. You know, you can go 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes you can go 10 minutes. Depends on how many you're cooking with this. You can make these. And I love making these. So, I like these. Again, it's like a side order. And this is decent. I'll give that a 7. This bowl, I'm disappointed with the amount of steak that I got, but it does taste good. I didn't change anything about it. So, this is how it comes. $18 for this one. I'd rather build my own and start adding more stuff to it. But the other ones I had at Sweetgreen were way better than this. I feel like I didn't get any food here, which is rare. Normally I do. So, I'm giving this a 6. I like the taste, but I'm angry about everything else. Like, I'm literally out of steak already. But I did get a part 2 of this. And look at the difference. I built this one. Now, I understand this is a bowl and this is a plate. So it might seem like optically it's a bigger bowl, but it feels heavier. This one has a lot going on. Let me move the bread up out of the way. But I got their wild rice with their white rice, blackened chicken and steak, spicy broccoli, sweet potato, tomato, chickpeas, pickled onions, hot honey sauce, hot sauce, and lemon. It's a lot of stuff. But this one was more expensive. This one cost $21. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But let's get the lemon on here. Trying to marry these flavors up. Let me get the dressings on there. This one, I think, is the hot honey? No, that's just hot sauce. So we'll go a little bit there. I will say, though, all their fruit is like super fresh. Super fresh. Even compared to places that claim to be fresh, like Whole Foods. This seems even fresher than that. Get my sauces on there and that lemon seed that I just spilled out of there. Let's stir this. I actually think this food's pretty good. But again, $22 for this, like, it ain't that much better. But I don't know. I'm still torn with this place. But I wanted to try it again and try that barbecue, but. And this is what? Their sweet potato, I'm telling you. They do, like. Here's the blackened chicken I was looking for it. With chickpeas. Again, I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. I know some people say, oh, well, you know, they're lying. The quality about this tastes way different than most of these places. Pickled red onion, too. This is fire. Like, this is better than that to me. You could probably just get the barbecue dressing on the side like this and just throw it in there. But, damn, this is good. These are their $3 chips. Green Goddess Ranch chips. Man, my hand got so much of the grease on them. Avocado oil or whatever. Most of this is like 80-90% air, by the way. Look at that. All right, let's try one of these. These are texturally dog shit. I'm sorry. That was like, they're like, all right, if you're going to use natural ingredients, I'd rather you use preservatives than feed me this. That feels like I'm eating almost like plastic. The texture on that is really off, and ooh, I can't do that. Maybe I got a bad chip, but those suck. Crispy rice. I think I got this last time because I was laughing about it. Because it was made with like honey date caramel, which is on there. You know, they got to use all like crazy ingredients here. Brown rice and, you know, coconut sugar, all natural ingredients. And I remember trying this the first time and being like, I should have got 3 of them. Oops. Like this little thing is like $4. But I remember the first time thinking this was fire. Yeah. Yep, this was it. This is like the bougiest Rice Krispie treat you will ever eat. But it is really good. Like, you know how when you eat the fake ones? Or like regular Rice Krispie treats? Like, look at the texture on this. Like, it falls apart. And that's a good thing. This has got to come from a company. I bet they probably sell it in Whole Foods. With that, the sweetness you get from the honey and the dates, my goodness. That'll do something to you, man. That will do something to you. Get this chip out of here. If you happen to be near a Sweetgreen, I do suggest you try it, though. You can find some good combos. You just might have to clear out your 401k. Like I said, I saw Final Destination. I'll post a more in-depth review on a second channel. It'll probably be up before this video. But it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. If you want details, watch the second one. If you're a fan of Final Destination, you know what you're getting. But I will say this, again, they did it. It wasn't as whacked out as like the last three. Like, it still is whacked out, but not as much. And people in my age bracket, you know, you're probably old enough at the time when the first one came out. I think I was I might have been in middle school. But you remember how crazy that first one was and it had everybody kind of creeped out. And then there was the one with the logs that everybody else kind of creeped out too. You know, till this day, a lot of us still can't go behind logs because of that movie. If you were around for that, I think the nostalgia farming will hit different. There's some, like, homages that you get, but overall, it's pretty much what I expected. I'm not saying it's going to win an Oscar, but I left the movie like that was cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'll say about it. So, if you were on the fence about it, but you're like a person that's like likes that kind of stuff, go see it. It ain't going to reinvent the wheel, but I think they tell a better story, and the acting is better than like the last four. So, they got that going for them, which is nice. So, hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday. For me, it's Saturday. I'm not trying to hold y'all up. That'll be the end of the video. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. Hand signs. They made it to YouTube.